Welcome back to my channel. Let's start. In an imaginary future, Earth has depleted its assets and has been attacked by beast outsiders. Along these lines, the public authority chooses to migrate individuals to a gigantic spaceship drifting overhead. There isn't adequate space in that frame of mind for everybody, so the bums, vagrants and fugitives stay on Earth attempting to get by. They are joined by the dissidents, the people who attempted to safeguard the teenagers and raise a defiance for every infringement. The exiles are marked and corroded. The head of the renegade camp backings his group with the legend of a 13-kid blemishes on his arm. He is the one destined to save Earth and the people who figured out how to get by from the beasts. Clothes lands in the desert and before has opportunity and energy to recuperate, he sees Corroded, who hustles the outsider to get him to somewhere safe. In almost no time, the folks are at the camp and Corroded's group welcomes the visitors to their asylum to endure the assault of the beasts. Finding that the visitor has 13 imprints on his arm, Corroded gives him a bow and bolt to show him what he can do. It is currently dependent upon Clothes to shield the Earth and his new companions. The undeveloped person Mrs. and Debris, one of the camp's occupants, emerges from stowing away to polish off the beast. Meanwhile, Clothes on searches in shock at what's happening, not accepting that beasts truly exist. The organization educates the newbie regarding the hive, a cave of outsiders where they keep blue drops, a recuperating liquid that can mend and revive. Following a monotonous day's worth of effort, the camp gets ready to dismiss and left alone. Clothes reviews his life on the Ark. It was cheerful and feeding until the public authority annihilated the kid's dad and he, at the end of the day, was sent far away, banished for good, nodding off from the recollections. 13 leaps up from being encircled by his new companions, wanting to satisfy the legend by presenting to him the best meat rib. Likewise, Lily asks her mate out on the town, however neither of the youths sees that little Golden and Bertie are shipped off follow them to follow. The couple's date happens in a junkyard, and Lily recommends that the sweetheart have some good times while they get the opportunity. At last, burnt out on the counterfeit battle, the young fellows fall in the daylight and have a significant conversation thinking back about their previous existences. Simultaneously, Golden and Birdie get increasingly close to their companions, trusting that if there should be an occurrence of risk, 13 will save them like a genuine legend. Clothes informs his companion regarding the Ark, how he lived there with his dad. The kid shows Lily a glass ball looking like the Earth and tells her that he fantasies about being by the sea. The heartfelt second is intruded on by shouts and the couple got back to camp, determining not to risk everything once more. Subsequent to conversing with Lily, Clothes tells Corroded that he can't remain. He really wants to get to the sea straight away. The pioneer consents to let the legend go, yet their arrangements change when the companions spot a harmed Golden and discover that Bertie is dead. Understanding that Golden is kicking the bucket, Corroded and Clothes set off on a mission to follow the blue masses to the beast sanctuary. En route, the folks jabber. What's more, Corroded owns up to his body that he and Debris have long had a loving. At long last, the legends arrive at the spot and making an effort not to make any commotion. They go inside at the very entrance. The young men meet their most memorable beast, a young lady in a ball outfit sitting at the piano. Briefly, they can't help suspecting that the beast has not seen them. However, the wonderful young lady goes after the excluded visitors and they need to retaliate, advancing further. The legends again run into the beast this time before them as a Goliath chained to the wall, understanding that they can't move beyond such a gatekeeper. The companions choose to polish him off with a weapon. The arrangement comes up short. The beast does Corroded and chickening. Clothes, insects passing on his companion to be destroyed by the beast back at the camp. Clothes sees Lily expressing farewell to her sister, not thinking for even a moment to admit his weakness to her. The kid takes off without bidding farewell and getting to his wrecked container. He closes himself inside so as not to show his sentiments to anybody. Cloth puts in a couple of days alone attempting to delete the imprints from his arm so no other person will believe he's a legend. At long last, after wrapping up the marking, he hits the hay not understanding what to do straight away. At that point, a container from the curve flies behind him. In any case, he doesn't see it that a couple of hours after the fact, one more obscure kid who had flown in with the container rests to rest close to him. Seeing the interloper, Clothes attempts to pursue him away, however the person says he has no place to go. He was shipped off Earth on a significant mission to track down a teen with 13 markings. Skunk, the name Clothes gives his visitor, significantly shows him the camera in his eye, letting him know that he is a genuine superagent. 13 attempts to move away from the risky person, yet without a second to spare he feels frustrated about him and consents to show Skunk how to battle. Walking out on his adversary, Clothes doesn't see Lily going along with them. Furthermore, they simply figured out how to talk after the person wakes up. The organization gets back to camp. Furthermore, Lily lets her companion know that the whole group has been killed. Dejected with misery, Clothes doesn't see her companion leave, yet when he hears Skunk prattle, he understands that the young lady has gone to the hive. The young men return to the hazardous refuge and not understanding what risk lies there, the skunk begins making clamor. Abruptly, Debris, who has been concealing under the beast's noses the entire time, acts the hero. Simultaneously, toward the rear of the structure, Lily is likewise valiantly stowing away from the beast looking for the blue masses among Cinder's assets. Cloth sees a piece of corroded reinforcement, contending with her companion over it. 13 leaves, yet Debris consents to lead the young men past the beasts. The organization needs to meet the monster once more. In any case, this time Clothes ends up being extremely fearless and doesn't give his companions any offense by annihilating the beast. Regardless of this, Debris won't leave with her companions, and in the wake of bidding farewell, she returns expressing something about not killing additional beasts. While Clothes and Skunk proceed with their quest for the blue drops, Lily ends up in the beast's hands. She figures out how to endlessly escape while the young lady's companions track down a bizarre room with indications of something going on under the surface. Among the archives she finds, Clothes finds evidence that beasts are made by the public authority on the Ark, and youngsters are not banished here in view of their deficiencies. In any case, to take care of the beasts that assists the person with learning his dad isn't a deceiver. This time he attempted to battle the Skylark. Skunk would rather not trust this, and he attempts to contact the administration, yet nothing works. Also, he needs to plan to meet the beast again to persuade his pal. Cloth shows him his hand. Furthermore, by blindfolding him with an eye cam, he arranges him to battle. Folks are encircled by beasts, yet the frightened Skunk runs off, passing on Clothes to battle solo. Simultaneously, Lily sees Bertie's doll, however she lacks the opportunity to get it. The delightful beast blows the toy's brains out and takes it for herself. The young lady is fortunate to gather shudders just as she gets Themel. The beast sings. That melody is exceptionally natural for the Lily. At the point when the fight closes, Skunk is going to remove his veil to show 13th initiative and become a legend. In any case, Clothes requested that the kid require some investment, promising that he will get back with him to the Ark. Thinking of another arrangement, Lily spreads mud all over and professes to be a beast. Seeing her toy on the floor, Clothes is going to track down her companion. However, that is when Skunk gets caught, surging off in pursuit. 13 tracks down just her new companions. Toy Lily figures out how to stay undetected and forges ahead with her way, shaking with dread while Clothes goes through his dead companions' effects, adding Skunk's sting to them. The person pines, recalling each one he neglected to secure. From that point onward, dread to the side, Clothes proceeds with his quest for the blue masses, confronting the beasts up close and personal and ensnaring them with the fragrance of his blood. At 1 second, the person gets caught, yet he is fortunate to toss the chains on the monster and rebuff him for capturing Skunk. The courageous Clothes casualty nearly becomes Lily, however without a second to spare, the kid perceives his companion and understands that she was just professing to be a beast. Notwithstanding the squabble that has occurred between them, the youngsters are glad to see one another. What's more, on the quest for the blue drops, they go together clasping hands. The darlings track down the tank. However, it ends up being all around safeguarded. It is watched by Corroded, who has now transformed into a beast, checking his companions out. The previous pioneer takes a taste of the blue fluid and Clothes understands all beasts were once kids abandoned on the planet and the blue drops transform them into beasts. Corroded holds out a glass to 13, however Clothes breaks it and won't drink the fluid. Not having any desire to turn into a beast, then, at that point, the pioneer orders the detainees to be killed and just the startling appearance of Debris saves them. Debris allows her companions an opportunity to escape while she occupies her ex by admitting that she has been left living in the den as a result of him. Yet, Clothes doesn't move away in time. He experiences a serious facial physical issue and needs to dunk his glass ball into the blue fluid to take a couple of drops and recuperate. 13th face becomes shrouded in scales and turning out to be half-beast. Clothes consents to battle corroded. The kid figures out how to overcome the previous leader, yet he won't annihilate him. He puts down his sword, needing to keep the man in him. Thus doesn't save corroded, understanding that he has turned into a genuine lowlife and he won't ever go back from now on. The person saves his companions at the expense of his life by dropping a stone chunk on himself. The three enduring companions escape the hive and after far, they come to the sea on the shore of which Clothes has a shock. His little companion Skunk is alive, tossing a glass ball into the water. 13 requests that Skunk eliminate his cover and show the camera his undeniable hand. The young man development is rehashed by his companions. The four are going to give all together over to get on the boat and annihilate the genuine most significant beast. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe.